Hey, guys, it's your girl. Hey, girls, it's your guy. Anyway,
I didn't. Go to bed.
I know I haven't done a pillow talk in forever, so here's a pillow talk for you. I just read something that a friend sent to me.
Hola.
It's 2:00 in the morning. This chick needs to go to bed and get off me. Anyway, I just read something that was sent to me by a friend or tagged me on Facebook about it. And I shared it. So if you go to my Facebook, you can see it. Dave and Buster's. They asked American Legion affiliates to turn out their vests with the American flag and the prisoner of war flag and the bald eagle on it, saying that it's nothing against them. They just wanted to keep out the unwanted element. And hold on, before you say something, they said they were gang colors. Really? Gang colors? Ooh. Now, yes, pillow talk in bed. That's what pillow talk means. But here's my thing. Self-esteem. Dude, you're calling the military, current and past, and our veterans who fought and were injured in one way, shape, or form in current and past conflicts a gang. Now, when I think of gang, I think of Latin Kings. I think of Bloods, Crips. Those are what I think of a gang. I do not think of the U.S. military as a gang. They're a brotherhood. They're the very few who had the guts, very few men and women who had the guts. Let me rephrase that word, balls, enough to sign on that dotted line and be trained and go overseas and fight and defend our Constitution, the world's right to be free, freedom of religion, freedom of speech. And Dave and Buster's, a well-known entertainment establishment, calls vests for the American Legion gang colors.
Correction. It was the American Legion Writing Post. It's an affiliate of the American Legion.
It still doesn't.
It's the. It is.
I thank you for the correction. I did get it wrong, obviously, but still,
Dave and Buster's wants to say that their official thing is, oh, we don't mean it against the military and this, that, and everything else, but like the person who wrote the article said, you can't start a fire and then throw something out there politically correct to try and put it out.
No.
Because you think, oh, a vest for a riding club.
It's not like we're talking about the Warlocks, the Hells Angels, the Jokers.
No, we're talking
a riding club that supports and is military and veterans. They're not violent.
No, we're not. But in this climate today, people want to keep pushing that button. And I'm going to say this. That button ain't to be played with.
No.
You keep pushing that button, you're going to push somebody over the limit.
No.
And no offense, but most vets have seen things that a normal person hasn't seen in their lifetime or never will.
Now,
when you push that button, it's going to make them snap at some point. And you want to see gang mentality?
It's not just the vets. We're talking about the families too. I have to, and let me explain it from my point of view, being as though I am an Army veteran's wife. Okay? And there are many of us. And we put up with a lot. And people call us strong women because we put up with a lot. Now.
Yes.
Hold on. Let me explain something. My husband is a veteran who was in a war that by all accounts by the media didn't last very long. But the aftermath lasted a long time. Okay? And because of that, my husband suffers from PTSD. My husband, up until just a few years ago, did not know he was in areas with suspected biological weapons. My husband, because of that, has abnormal blood tests on a consistent basis. My husband has migraines 4 to 6 times a month. My husband has joint problems that cause him pain, all that a normal person couldn't put up with. My husband has nightmares that cause him to fight in his sleep. I can't tell you how many times I've been punched, I've been kicked, and all the while I'm trying to struggle to restrain him and wake him up. And Dave and Buster's has the nerve to say about a riding club that supports and has members who are current military.
They're more worried about pissing people off that don't want to support the military, who don't want to support the USA, who don't want to do things. Guess what? If it wasn't for us vets doing what we've done,
and current
military doing what they do, nobody would have the freedom to do what they want to do. Dave and Buster's wouldn't exist.
Dave and Buster's. I'm sorry. I know I'm ranting about a major chain that I can't fight against, but ask me if I care. How dare you?
Dave and Buster's.
How dare you?
Wants to say they support the military.
Psst.
But in the same breath, they're going to tell a military-affiliated group that has been around since World War I that you need to take your colors off or turn your vests inside out.
And their colors
are the American flag, the POW flag, and an
And a
American bald eagle.
a bald eagle. Really? Those are gang colors?
So,
Oh my God.
I guess the next time I walk into a Dave & Buster's, they're really not
we're
going to
never
like me because I will fly my flag.
We're never
I
walking
will
into
fly
a
my
Dave &
colors.
Buster's again.
And when they tell me that I'm not allowed in, I'm going to turn around and say, well, guess what? You can't stop me.
I'm never walking into a Dave & Buster's
because without
again.
me doing my job,
Never.
you wouldn't have the ability to be here.
And I'm going to, hold on. I'm going to do something.
And then,
hold on.
it's going to be, you want to get me out? I'm going to speed dial the news crews. And I'm going to put them on blast. How dare you disrespect veterans?
Downstairs.
What?
Your dress screens. They're downstairs. I forgot I had them set aside to go to the cleaners.
My thing is...
I'm going to tell you something. Hold on. A lot of people think that I'm bullshitting. And my husband's bullshitting when we say that he was in the military and he's gone through hell. And they think that we're exaggerating and we're lying. No, we're not. And it pisses me off that companies like that have a policy against people showing their respect and their loyalty to the American military and their veterans. It pisses me off. Set aside the fact that I am an Army veteran's wife. I give a shit about my husband. He fought. And you people have the nerve to do that to an Army veteran. And you have the nerve to say that to a military affiliated club. Pisses me off. And then people have the nerve to say to us, but it's their right. Okay, it's their right. But guess what? It was his right to go out and sign on that dotted line before he graduated from high school. And then to go out and fight for you to put him down. What? Y'all thought that only Vietnam the soldiers came home to being called a baby killer? It wasn't just Vietnam. Pisses me off. And for all of you motherfuckers out there that think that we're exaggerating, see it? See it? Now sit on it and spin, you assholes. I'm tired of it.
I'll be pissed. And I'll be angry. And I'll voice my opinion. It's my right. And as far as I'm concerned, the only people that have the rights to voice their opinion are the people that have put their lives on the line for this country. I don't care if you're military. I don't care if you're police, fire. You have the right. But guess what?
Let me prove something to those motherfuckers out there that think that my husband's lying about his military service and what he does. What was your MLS?
12 Bravo.
Rank?
Sergeant.
Where were you trained?
Fort Leonard Wood.
What schools did you go to?
Too many.
In particular?
Jump school. Combat Lifesaver School.
What? Okay. And I don't care if you motherfuckers give a shit. This is a leading question, and I don't care. What is the most important and oldest unit that you belong to.
80 Deuce.
Fuck you and your mother.
I know a lot of people have seen me in the videos, and they've seen the tattoo that's on my arm that people can see in this picture now. The engineer castle, because I was an engineer. The American flag, because I'm American. And up here, very hard to see because of the colors.
Do you see that? Army Airborne.
Well, all American, but it happens to be the patch for the 82nd Airborne.
My husband belonged to the 82nd Airborne. Guess what? I'm saying it again. Fuck you and your mother. And Dave and Buster's, all of you higher ups, including the CEO, fuck you, your mother, your grandmother, and your great grandmama. I don't give a fuck. Come after me.
You want to basically call an American Legion Post's writing club. Just what it sounds like. Well, actually, it's a writing post, my correction. Is that they ride motorcycles and they do things for the American Legion.
This is a VFW you talking about.
American Legion.
It was a VFW post 179 or 174.
American Legion.
It's still a VFW.
No,
You want me to pull up the article? I'll pull up the article.
What I'm saying is VFW and American Legion are two different things. American Legion is just what it says, American Legion. VFW stands for Veterans of Foreign Wars. But
guess what?
Besides the point.
These people are standing up and showing their love. I'm sorry to talk over you. I apologize deeply. You know I do it on a habitual basis. But this
people out there
this is a subject
actually
that pisses me off.
Have a gentleman not long ago went into a McDonald's or a Burger King or something like that and asked if they do a military discount.
Oh, God. I remember that.
And somebody in line behind them went off saying that we
veterans expect all kinds of benefits just because they served.
We don't expect it. We don't even say we deserve it.
This man was working a minimum wage job.
We ask because some places offer them, some places don't,
and
they are not listed as, you walk into a store nowadays, we accept Visa, MasterCard, debit, we give social, a senior citizen discount.
I know how to prove it.
But they don't say they don't say if they give a military discount. And if someone asks if they do a military discount, why does it automatically have to be that person is asking for themselves?
Where's your wallet?
In my back pocket.
I'm going to cover this up because it was just taken, and frankly, the information is none of your damn business except me, my husband, and God.
Why don't you just use the other one that's there?
No. I want to use both of them. Okay. Okay. Number one, I'm going to cover that, and I'm going to cover that. Do you see that? That is my husband's. No. That is my husband's driver's license. Do you see that American flag in the corner? That is only given to veterans.
And you have to prove that you're a vet to get it.
This is my husband's former military ID. This And this is the fuck you and your mother point. This is my husband's VA card. Fuck you and your mother.
I don't care.
I do.
No. I don't care if people believe if I'm a vet. I know I am. I have paperwork that says I am. I don't care. You don't have to believe me. But, all in all, nobody in their damn effing mind should disrespect past or present military, either active, retired, or veterans. None of them. Nobody should be disrespected like that. Nobody should be told that they need to take an American flag off.
Hold up. Let me bring up another instance that totally disgusts me. And I mean disgusts. There was a documentary made about a gentleman who wants to go around to military funerals and protest because they partook in the violence.
I mean,
he went to a military funeral of somebody who died in Afghanistan, and I believe this person was being buried in a graveyard not in Virginia, not far from his parents' house. And as the funeral procession was pulling in, him and his protesters had the nerve to stand in front of the hearse and scream that he did not deserve to be buried in this cemetery. Why? Because he was partaking in the violence, and somebody as violent as him didn't deserve to be interred into the earth. How dare you? You're talking about somebody who went out and fought in Afghanistan looking for, at the time, Osama bin Laden, who was a known terrorist, who took credit for the absolute mass murder of the people of both North and South World Trade Center buildings.
But yet, when that happened, the whole United States was outraged and wanted us to go to war right then and there.
But yet, a person had the nerve to stand in front of
we do our job, and then you want to protest about it?
You want to stomp on the American flag. You want to spit on it. And when a veteran stops to pull the flag up and not let you desecrate it anymore, you want to beat that person down. You want to get them arrested. You know what? It disgusts me. It disgusts me.
We fight for the freedoms of this country, which give you the right to do what you want. But yet, if it wasn't for soldiers doing that job, you wouldn't have the rights that you have.
And anybody could come into this country and take over. Putin.
Oh, well, he's got his puppet in office now, so.
Now.
Yes, I'm talking about Donald J. Trump. The man who got so much campaign contributions from Russia, his ass shouldn't be in office.
And is now under investigation because of it.
So, How long will he be in office? God only knows.
Now, I'm going to say something.
And do I care? No. I'm a veteran and I have a right to say what the fuck I want to say.
At this point, I don't care. I don't care. I'm pissed off. You don't do that to our military veterans. It's bad enough that our military veterans can't get the health care and the benefits that they deserve. In order to be seen by a doctor, you have to wait 6 months. In order to be seen by a psychiatrist, you have to wait a year.
You have to jump through hoops to be seen. And then by the
And
time
then
you're
when
done jumping through the hoops, you don't fucking care anymore.
And then when they go for their benefits, because they have all of these ailments and mental deficiencies and disabilities, they get turned down.
Or it sits on somebody's desk for, I don't know, like a year, like what just happened down in Virginia, where a whistleblower basically had to turn around and inform people because they were getting ready to disregard and trash over 10,000 applications because they've been sitting on somebody's desk.
That was in Philly.
No, this just happened in Virginia.
That was also a year ago in Philly.
And it just happened in Virginia. A whistleblower, wrote Trump about it. Now, why is it that, and totally unrelated subject, why is it veterans have to jump through hoops to get any medical coverage through the VA? Fuck the compensation. Just the medical coverage for the problems we developed in the military. But yet, almost 90% of people that go and apply for welfare get it. And they ain't got to jump through as many hoops. But yet, God forbid, somebody like myself who's a veteran who doesn't get a lot of money, has 3 kids that they're trying to support.
One of them disabled.
And I go to welfare and just for medical.
And get looked at sideways.
And get told, you make too much money. And all I'm trying to do is make sure my kids have medical.
And get to see
I don't care about me.
And get to see a doctor and get their vaccinations and make sure that they can...
but I make too much money.
But make sure that they have everything done so they can go to school.
I make too much money, so I can't get the coverage.
I'm going to tell you something right now.
And...
I'm going to tell you something right now. I'm disgusted. I'm perturbed. Fuck perturbed. I'm pissed off. Yes, I am using the F-bomb. I've been trying to curb my language for a long time now. Yes, I've got my voice back. I'm no longer sick. At least I feel no longer sick. That doesn't mean that that I'm not sick. But still, regardless of the fact that all of this is going on, my husband and every veteran out there, including my father, including my brother, including both my husband's father and his stepfather, have gone through hell fighting for this country, and they get treated like dirt under everyone's boot. This is messed up. How dare you people? How dare you people? And you want to come down on people because of bad jokes being said and dumb shit like that. Use your energy to do something productive. Help out people like him. Because they're the people that deserve it.
Now, Dave & Buster's basically said that the rioting post was showing flying gang colors. And
Gang colors my ass.
my wife said at the beginning, no, it's not a gang, we're a brotherhood. We are a brotherhood. I don't care if you're Army, Air Force, Navy, Marine, Coast Guard. I really don't care.
It takes a strong
You signed,
man or woman to sign on
yes,
that line.
you signed on the line to say, I will do what it takes to defend this country.
Mm-hmm.
We deserve a little more respect than you're a piece of shit.
Turn your vests out because turn your vests inside out, or take them off because they're gang related.
If you want to see gang, go to a gang neighborhood. Go to an area that has outlaw biker clubs like Hell's Angels and Warlocks and stuff like that. Go to neighborhoods that have the Crips, the Bloods. Those are gangs. You want to call the United States military as a whole a gang? Then you got one big problem, because that's one big gang. And that's a lot of people.
How dare you?
To be honest with you, do I know the number? No, but I'm going to say over 1 million strong. There's no gang out there in the world that has a membership of over 1 million strong. The mafia isn't even 1 million strong. And we fall under one leader. We don't have all these little itty bitty leaders. No, we have one head guy. Right now, that happens to be Donald Trump. That man declared war tomorrow. The number of troops that would move would shake this nation to its core.
But people don't care about that. They don't care about that.
They don't.
They don't care about that.
They care if it's a family member. But other than that, nobody else cares.
No, they don't care about that.
But
what they care about is making
$15 an hour
and making good cops look bad, and whether or not Nas is going to win a Grammy, or whether or not the new Adele album is going to make platinum, or what's coming out in the movie theaters next week. That's what people care about. They don't give a flying hoot or a flying rat's ass that people are going out of their own free will and dying to keep those fools safe.
You know what? I'm going to throw this out there. Many people have done it, but I'm going to put it out there again. People are bitching about minimum wage. They want $15 an hour. They can't support their families on $15 an hour.
That's more than what the average military man makes in a year.
A private
doesn't even
makes $1,500 a month. A month.
That's ridiculous.
And they are on a 24-hour clock, not an 8-hour clock. They don't get to go to work for 8 hours and then be off for 16. No. They're on for 24 hours. Yes, there's an 8-hour workday. And then at the end of the day, yeah, you get told you can do what you want, but
you're on call.
You're on call 24 hours a day.
This is ridiculous.
It comes down to that a private makes 25 cents an hour. 25 cents an hour. And you got people out there, I can't support my family on $7 an hour. Really? You want 15. People are going out of their way to make sure that they get $15 an hour.
Where's the pay raise
Now,
for the military? Where's the pay raise for the military?
Do you realize that $15 an hour that you're still not going to see as much as you think you are because of taxes?
Okay, where's the again? I'm going to say it. Where's the pay raise for the military? Where is it? Where's the pay raise for the military?
Because think about it this way. You're bitching that you work at a burger place flipping burgers for $7.25, $7.50 an hour. You want $15 an hour. Does the military bitch that they're working 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year for like a quarter an hour?
And then to go through training where a man is paid less than minimum wage to yell at these young new recruits and insult them and insult their mamas and their sisters and their aunts and uncles and their daddies to make them strong soldiers. And then to go off to war and be a hardened soldier and get shot at. And a good percentage of those people, of those soldiers being shot at, get hit. And another percentage of those soldiers that get hit by those bullets come home in caskets. And then you have the nerve to say that the U.S. military and their veterans are a gang? Have you lost your fucking minds?
I'll say this. Again, if you want a gang, then keep it up. Because when vets band together and active duty band together, we can shut down this business.